Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of SFBN Classics. I'm Ari Bluestein, the CEO and executive producer of the Sports Fan Base Network, and we've showed you a lot of basketball over the last couple of weeks. We're going to switch it up to football today, and we go back to 2016 with a pretty good game between the Upper Dublin Cardinals and the Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials, and this a great Suburban 1 American matchup. Upper Dublin was coming off their District 1 5A championship the year before. They had quarterback Ryan Stover that year, and they just had a phenomenal team. So Upper Dublin was in a little bit of a rebuild mode with this team, and they were taking on a very good Plymouth Whitemarsh team. And this was back and forth. Upper Dublin had the early lead. PW with 3 unanswered touchdowns. Upper Dublin comes back to tie it, and as you'll see, this one came down to the final seconds in the fourth quarter. I had the call with Chris Markowitz. Enjoy the game.
Live from Cardinals Stadium in Fort Washington, PA, on the campus of Upper Dublin High School. We've got some great high school football here tonight on SFBN. Alongside Chris Markowitz, I'm Ari Bluestein. A big-time Suburban 1 American Division battle tonight between the Cardinals of Upper Dublin and the Colonials of PW. How about this matchup,
That's
Chris?
right, Ari. This is a big game for both teams here tonight.
Now let's talk about PW at first. Now, this is a team that's perennially a very good team, and they've got a really nice rushing attack led by Khan Jamal.
That's right, Ari. Khan Jamal, the junior, 5'11", 215, a big, strong physical back, has over 500 rushing yards here this year with 4 touchdowns. Watch out for him on offense for that team here today.
PW 5-1 this year. Upper Dublin a perfect 5-0. They're the defending District 1 champs. They did it with the coach's son, Ryan Stover, but this year they've got a new quarterback at the helm.
That's right, number 12, Justin Horn, the senior captain, 9 touchdown passes, just 1 interception, also leading the team in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. He's their leader on this offense. Expect to see big things from him here today.
A lot of really good players, good defenses all around as well. It should be a good one for the battle of supremacy in the Suburban 1 American Division. Upper Dublin versus Plymouth Whitemarsh coming up next here on SFBN, presented by Payroll Service Solutions. Coin toss at midfield here at Cardinals Stadium on a beautiful Friday night here in early October. Again, alongside Chris Markowitz, I'm Ari Bluestein. And Chris, I mean, October, you never really know what kind of weather you're going to get. But tonight, it was 75 when we got here. Now probably in the 60s. Great night for a football game.
Yeah, certainly. It's been a beautiful day, Ari. A lot of traffic coming in here for the fans. But now that we're all here, we're excited for this big game here.
PW in the white jerseys. Now, Chris, Upper Dublin is in the red jerseys on your screen. Now, PW, they've got some pretty good players on defense they really rely on.
Yeah, sure. Some of the key players you're going to see for defense for them are going to be Teron Brown, the defensive lineman, Kirk Bell, the linebacker, and John McGinley, the linebacker. Also expect to see big things from Terrence Robinson at defensive back.
Now, Upper Dublin on their side, obviously everybody knows Justin Horn, but you know what he really does? He's very athletic. He'll run the ball a little bit, and he really spreads the ball around to a lot of different receivers.
Yeah, they got a lot of receivers they could use. They got a lot of backs they could use. They're going to be starting with Malik Bootman Jr. at fullback, Michael Cottom at the tailback position, but they also have Phil Butler, who's their second leading rusher. He's not starting on offense, but expect to see him out there on offense here today.
So it looks like Plymouth Whitemarsh has won the toss, and they have elected to receive. There's Upper Dublin right there in the white helmets with the Cardinals on their helmet, and Upper Dublin in the home red jerseys. So it will be PW that will receive the opening kickoff. Dante Wilson back there, as well as Mike Iannarelli. Plymouth Whitemarsh's quarterback, Joe Stobrel, really kind of a dual threat guy. A lot of yards through the air, but also a good amount through on the ground, right, Chris?
Yeah, he's got 321 yards on the ground here this year. That's the second most on this team. He's also leading the team in rushing touchdowns with 6. He's only completing 56% of his passes, but they don't throw the ball here a lot. Look to see them try to run the ball with him and with Khan Jamal.
Here is the kickoff, and it is dropped for a moment. Now Iannarelli has it. He's swallowed up by a number of Upper Dublin Cardinals, so not a great start for PW and their special teams. They'll start deep in their own territory.
Yeah, no, you don't want to lose that fumble there, but good job to get back on the ball and not turn it over right in front of their goal line.
Ball is spotted around the 12-yard line. And that is where PW will start. There's the huddle for the Colonials. White jerseys, red lettering and numbering, and the white helmets with the red and blue Colonial on each side. And there you see, you get a good look at the quarterback, Joe Stobrel, number 7. 388 yards passing so far this year. Man in motion, handoff goes to the second man through, and a nice little fullback dive to start things off for PW.
Yeah, and that looked like Khan Jamal took the handoff. They're going to try to get him involved early. No, excuse me. That was number 29, Blaise Gravenese. He has 272 yards, so he's another threatening running back for this team.
Yeah, they really have a nice attack here. Blaise Gravenese, Khan Jamal, and then in the air you have Vince Martina, who is really the go-to guy in the air.
Yeah, he has 15 receptions this year when no other receiver has more than 5, and over 300 yards through the air with 3 touchdowns.
Here's an end around. This looks like this is Khan Jamal. A couple of nice little cuts, dives forward to the 25, and that should be enough for a PW first down.
Some nice finesse there by Jamal. He's a bigger running back, though. You don't realize that he is 5'11", 215. So, and he's just a junior, so still time to grow, Ari.
Khan Jamal, good-looking runner for the PW Colonials. So far this year, 55 carries, 425 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So a first down for Plymouth Whitemarsh, keeping the chains moving. And this is Stobrel working out of the shotgun, trips to the far side. Fullback handoff, but Upper Dublin having none of that. Big time stop by the Cardinal gang, led by number 71, Zaire Lee, 6'3", 256-pound senior.
Yeah, it's a good stop there by the Cardinals. Just a group of them surrounding the ball carrier, not letting anything up there on that attempt.
Loss of 1 for PW, sets up 2nd and 11.
And that's what you want to do here as the Cardinal defense. You want to force PW to have to throw the ball on a long third down situation. Let's see if they stuff him here in the backfield again.
Shotgun formation, Khan Jamal in motion. The handoff goes to the Jamal, now cuts it up on the far side. And he dives forward across the original line of scrimmage for maybe a gain of 2.
And that's exactly what you wanted if you were Upper Dublin. Try to force this team to pass the ball with something that they're not very comfortable with doing, Ari.
And that looks like exactly what PW will have to do right here in this 3rd and long situation.
Look for Vince Martina to get this target here.
Would not be surprised if Stobrel looks for Martino.
He's number 11 on the bottom of your screen there.
Excuse me, Vince Martina, 6'2", senior receiver, so it's some good size. Now we have a stoppage and a timeout called by Plymouth Whitemarsh. So pretty important 3rd down, although you never want to see a timeout be used this early. But I guess at this point, the PW coaching staff felt, you know what, this is worth a timeout right
Well,
here.
they want to get a good drive to start the game here. You want to at least try to get the ball to your 50. Give your offense the confidence that you can move it against this defense, especially here on the road.
Well, I want to thank Eric Greiner, the athletic director here at Upper Dublin, and also the head coach, Brett Stover, for getting us set up here tonight at beautiful Cardinal Stadium. Again, a really nice night for a game. 3 wide receivers. This is Jamal in motion, play action. Across the middle, nice defensive play. That was number 6, Michael Cottom, on the pass breakup. And as we said, the quarterback Stobrel was looking for Vince Martina, and it is incomplete, and PW will have to punt it away.
Yeah, he was looking for Martina, but Cottom saw it the whole way. Good coverage there. They had the double team. They dropped him back in zone, and a nice deflection there. Almost an interception, but they'll take that as they'll receive this punt here.
Yeah, they're going to get pretty good field position here, and you also have the potential for a block. The PW punter does get it away. It's high, but not particularly deep. Fair catch signaled for at the 45 for Upper Dublin, and they'll have very nice field position here on their first possession of the game. That was George Weems on the fair catch for UD.
Yeah, At the Upper Dublin defense, this is what a good defensive stop does on a first drive. They got it at midfield here, so an excellent chance to try to score on their opening possession.
Upper Dublin again in the home red. They are undefeated this year, coming off a District 1 championship. New quarterback this year. Some people doubted the Cardinals last year, and the Cardinals ended up laughing in their face after winning the D1 title, and kind of similar skepticism this year with a new quarterback. So we'll see if UD can keep up their winning ways, especially here tonight against a good opponent in Plymouth Whitemarsh. First play from scrimmage, and the pass is caught, and after bouncing off a couple of defenders, down is Malik Bootman at about the 49, just shy of midfield.
Yeah, it looks like Horn just tried to get that off quickly, hit Bootman out of the backfield. Good job by the Plymouth Whitemarsh defense to limit that to just 3 yards. You talk about Justin Horn, Ari. He's also a varsity baseball player. He's a shortstop and a career 300 hitter, so this kid can do it all.
That's not bad. I used to play baseball. I don't think I hit 300.
Yeah, me neither, Ari.
Solid. All right, trips to the far side. Shotgun formation for Upper Dublin and Justin Horn. 2nd and 7. And now we have a whistle. I believe we had some movement up front, and there was a flag on the field from the linesman. As we get the official call from Al Garner, the head official. It's a false start. Shout out to our officiating crew tonight. Al Garner, as we just mentioned, is the head official with the white cap. Dave Leach is the umpire. Andre Williams, the linesman. Chuck Costello, the line judge. And John Robinson, the back judge.
See if the Cardinals come out with a pass here, Ari. Try to get back some of those yards they lost.
Looks like they're spreading it out. Trips to the far side. 4 wide receivers in all. Horn is in the shotgun, rolling right, throws on the run, fires it, and I believe it is picked off by PW. It is picked off by Plymouth Whitemarsh. That was Blaze Gravenese on the pick.
Yes, some excellent coverage there by Gravenese. That's just the 2nd pick of the year for Horn, but it comes in a big spot here on the first drive for the Upper Dublin team.
Oh, just when you thought Upper Dublin was going to have a real good shot to get things going, starting on their own 45, PW takes the ball right away. And, you know, Horn tried to just thread the needle on that pass. Maybe not a smart pass when you look back at it. But, you know, Horn had confidence in his arm strength. Just unfortunately, it's picked off.
Well, you like to see kids have confidence in themselves, Ari. Let's just hope he's able to put that turnover behind him and come back later in the game with something better.
So Stobrel takes it himself for PW and ends up getting a good chunk. And as we mentioned, Stobrel a good amount of yards this year on the ground.
Yeah, he's got over 300 yards, and as I mentioned, has 6 touchdowns on the ground. This team relies heavily on the run, averaging over 230 yards per game this season so far.
Get a shot of the Upper Dublin coaching staff down on the field, trying to get their squad going. Gain of 6 for Stobrel, sets up 2nd and 4 for the Colonials. Khan Jamal in motion. He gets the handoff on the end around. He's got some room, but nice job. Oh, and a missed tackle, and ends up leading to a first down. I thought that number 74, Max Weinberg, had Khan Jamal all wrapped up.
Yeah, it looks like Weinberg had him by the legs, but Jamal just did an excellent job to stay balanced, stayed on his feet, and pushed Weinberg off of him to pick up some extra yards. And that's going to give them a first down.
Ends up being a gain of 8 for Khan Jamal. 3 carries, 21 yards for Jamal so far today. First down, PW, their 2nd of the night.
Yeah, expect to see them continue to feed Jamal the ball. He's averaging close to 8 yards per carry this season. So I'm sorry, Ari.
Now we got a power I formation. And Jamal is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Good job, number 4, Naeem Huff, in on the tackle, as is Weinberg.
Naeem Huff, the senior captain of this defense, an excellent play there to stuff the back in the backfield.
So no gain on that play. Sets up 2nd and 10 for Whitemarsh.
Let's see if they target their big man, number 11, Martina here.
Shotgun formation. You have wide receivers in tight. Khan Jamal in motion again. It's the 2nd man through. Bounces off one tackler and dives forward across the 35. And that's about all the ball carrier will get there. And I believe that was Gravenese on the carry for a gain of 1.
Yeah, good job of team tackling there again from Upper Dublin. We're seeing them really get to the ball carrier quickly at the line of scrimmage, stopping everything there, Ari.
3rd and long. Shotgun formation, Jamal's in motion.
Looks like Martinez in the spot there.
Now he splits out wide. Empty backfield going deep for Martina, and it is incomplete. In defending was George Weems. Nice job staying with the tall 6'2 receiver, Vince Martina.
Yeah, that's the second time they've targeted him here on 3rd down, and they just haven't converted yet. Upper Dublin knows that that's where they want to go with the football. Great defense there by Weems to break it up on the air.
So now PW, I think, is electing to punt this one away from the Upper Dublin 35. Going to need a little directional punt here. But a wasted turnover for the Colonial offense generated by Gravenese.
Oh, snap on the ground, Ari.
That's a very high punt. Probably a little bit shorter than PW would have liked. And it rolls down to the 15, and that is where the Cardinals will take over.
That was a good job of Longo, though, the punter, to pick that ball up off the ground and get it away before it could have been a turnover in the backfield.
We also want to let all our fans know tonight that the PW Colonial versus Upper Dublin.
Alongside Chris Markowitz, I'm Ari Bluestein, live from Cardinals Stadium at Upper Dublin High School in Fort Washington, PA. We've got the 5-0 Upper Dublin Cardinals and the 5-1 Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials, a battle for the American Conference in Suburban 1. And Chris, you know, this is a battle that has been going on for a while. These two teams have been at the top of the American Conference for a long time.
Yeah, two very talented teams, a lot of history for these two squads. They're certainly going to duke it out here tonight.
That was Bootman carrying the ball up to about the 20 for a gain of about 5.
It looked like Horn came to the sideline after that play, trying to get the next series of plays in from the coach on the sideline.
Horn in the shotgun. Looks like they've got one receiver split out off your screen to the far side. There he is, bottom of your screen.
Yeah, it looks like Weems.
Now Bootman with a nice cut up inside. Look out, he's off to the races.
There he goes.
He's at midfield. Can he go? He's being chased. 10, and he's hit out of bounds just inside the 5 by number 7, Joe Stonebrell, and a big time carry from Malik Bootman.
What a run by Bootman, the junior, 5'8", 185 pounds, but running with some speed there. A nice tackle there, though, by number 7 for Plymouth Whitemarsh to hustle down there and stop him from going in the end zone. That was Stobrel.
No, that was actually Cottom. Michael Cottom on the carry.
Oh, excuse
I was
me.
mistaken. So Michael Cottom, not Bootman, takes it down to the 5-yard line. 75 yards on the rush.
That's what you're going to see here from both these teams, Ari. They love to run the ball, and they can do it very effectively.
Timeout on the field by Upper Dublin, but this is really the first good scoring opportunity that we have had here in this game here tonight.
Certainly, Ari. The 75-yard run sets up a lot of things that they could do here. I look to see them run the ball in, though, on the first couple of plays. If they don't get it in on first or second down, look for them to target Jalen Heim, the wide receiver. He's 6'2" and can really make a play on the ball in the air.
Back to the game action here. Upper Dublin pushing forward. Can they get in? No signal yet. There it is. Touchdown. That was Naeem Huff on the score for Upper Dublin, but it was really set up by that big 75-yard run.
Yeah, Cottom set it up, but a nice run there by Huff. Some good blocking in front of him. And Huff is another guy that they could put at that running back position, Ari. They love to spread the ball around here with their backs.
So now we set up for the extra point.
Number 19, Matt Shields on for the extra point attempt.
This is Matt Shields on for the extra point.
Shields' kick is up.
And the kick is through. So Upper Dublin with the big play leading to the short score. And now the Cardinals giving the home crowd something to cheer about.
Yeah, you always want to score first when you're the home team. Get your crowd into it, get them loud, maybe get the defense pumped up, get it up, and then you're up 2 possessions.
So now PW with a chance to answer here. And their offense, they've got a couple of first downs, but Chris, you know, they haven't really been super effective. The Upper Dublin cheerleaders are happy about that last score. But what does PW need to do here to get their offense going a little bit?
Well, I think they've been very effective when they've gotten the ball outside with Khan Jamal. But you see, as they've tried to run the ball inside, Upper Dublin, their linemen, Zaire Lee, Max Weinberg, haven't really had a problem breaking blocks and getting stops in the backfield. So I'd look to see Plymouth Whitemarsh get the ball outside here with their running backs.
So Upper Dublin will kick off. And PW, who just had a big interception, couldn't cash in. And the interception right at midfield could not cash in. And now they receive the kickoff. Returned by Dante Wilson. Not a whole lot of real estate to work with. Good coverage by the Cardinals special teams.
Yeah, back to that interception, Ari. You really got to cash in on your chances on turnovers. Those win and lose you games, and if you can't cash in, it's going to cost you at the end of it.
So PW will start from their own 26-yard line. Working out of the shotgun is Stobrel. Stobrel's going to keep it himself. Good job in the interior. I saw Naeem Huff in there, as well as number 8 Max Weinbrake, who actually leads the team in sacks this year.
Yeah, he has, I believe, 3 sacks on the year, Ari. But Plymouth Whitemarsh has to do a better job of protecting their runners when they go to the inside.
Well, the offensive line has to really open up some holes for the Colonials inside. We've seen some good runs, mostly to the outside by Khan Jamal, but other than that, not a lot going on for PW tonight.
Credit the defensive line of Upper Dublin, really doing a great job of disrupting the offensive line here.
Power I formation for PW. Khan Jamal gets the handoff, bounces outside. Can't get too far. Good job. That was Malik Bootman, who was the first one to stop Khan Jamal and sets up yet another 3rd and long for Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Yeah, and Upper Dublin continues to win at the line of scrimmage, dominating the offensive line of Plymouth Whitemarsh. They're going to have to go to the air here, and let's see if they target our man Martina again.
That time it looks like it was a loss of 1. So 3rd and 10. To the near side for Plymouth Whitemarsh. Stobrel, he's going for it all wide open and caught falling to the ground is George Rashino, his 5th reception of the year. And Chris, I don't know what happened, but he was completely uncovered.
Looked like just a breakdown in communication there, Ari. I don't think a defensive back saw him in the slot, and he was wide open on that vert route.
So Rashino with the big reception down to the Upper Dublin 43.
Yeah, and Whitemarsh really needed that one, Ari. They were struggling on 3rd down, and they got a big conversion there. Let's see if they can turn this into some points.
31 yards on the reception by Rashino. Handoff to Jamal, tries to cut it up inside, powers forward across the 40. Whoa! Carries some Cardinals with him, and he might have got a little extra push from one of his linemen, and Khan Jamal very well near a 1st down.
That's what the great running backs do, Ari. It looked like he would have been stopped near the backfield originally, able to push out of it and gain some yards close to a 1st down there.
Gain of 9 sets up 2nd and 1 for the Colonials. Well, There hasn't been a ton of offense tonight, but there's been a couple of really big plays. You had the 75-yard rush by Cottam to set up the Upper Dublin score, and we'll see that big 31-yard reception by Rashino leads to a score for Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Yeah, both these teams are pretty solid on defense, Ari, so there shouldn't be too many of those big plays.
Strobel rolling, and he runs out of room, throws it away. Good decision right there by Strobel, running to the short side. Not a lot going on.
He had nothing in front of him, elected just to throw it away. That's what you got to do with a play like that.
Interesting call on 2nd and 1. I guess they wanted to take a better shot knowing that this is probably 4-down territory here.
Yep. I have faith that Khan Jamal can convert here.
Well, let's see where they go. They do go to Khan Jamal, and he's across near the 30-yard line for a Colonial first down.
Where you got to go on those short yardage situations. He's going to pick him up, Ari. He's a great running back. We saw him in the backfield on that first down play, almost taken down and turn it into a 9-yard gain.
So now PW in business, but obviously Upper Dublin will be looking for Khan Jamal to get the football.
Be a good time to try play action.
They could actually in the backfield now is Blaze Gravenese. Khan Jamal getting a little bit of a breather. Trips bunch to the near side. That's the direction they go. Big hit by George Weems.
That was a nice hit by Weems, excuse me. We've seen him in good coverage here today against Martina, and another big tackle for him.
That was complete to Wilson, but he did not have much real estate to deal with, and that is our All-American Sporting Goods hard hit of the game. For all your sports equipment and apparel needs, shop at All-American Sporting Goods, located at the corner of Cotman and Tabor in Northeast Philadelphia. For more information, call 215-342-6141. Gain of 1 on that reception by Wilson. And now here is a run to the right side and sets up somewhat of a manageable third down. I like that call pretty much because you're dealing with 4-down territory right here. You get some yardage, make it a manageable third down.
Yeah, now they could run twice on 3rd and 4th down if they want to. They're probably not going to kick the field goal from this distance, and you've got the back Khan Jamal, so let's see if he gets the ball here twice in a row.
So the ball is spotted around the 28-yard line, and PW needs to get to about the 23 and a half for the first down. Stobrel in the shotgun. And they're actually going to let the time run out, and that is the end of quarter number 1. And when we return, it'll be a big third down for the Colonials of PW trying to answer here playing on the road against Upper Dublin. The Cardinals lead the Colonials 7-0. You're watching Suburban 1 football here on SFBN, presented by Payroll Service Solutions.
Hi, everybody. This is former Philadelphia Flyer Bill Clement. I sure hope you're all well. So the coronavirus pandemic has really changed how we do things. And for Flyers fans, how frustrating to have the season end the way it did, as well as the team was playing at the end. But the other day I started to think, imagine the frustration of small business owners who account for 99.7% of America's businesses, the backbone of our economy. Well, my good friends at PSS Benefits have dedicated their business to providing solutions for small and medium-sized companies. Partnered with Payroll Service Solutions, they offer seamless pay-as-you-go workers' compensation. They offer retirement plans and HR services. They also provide health insurance, business insurances, and personal insurances. They have programs available to assist in deferring or reducing insurance premiums during this difficult time, and they are fully staffed to personally assist their clients. This is a period of uncertainty, and PSS Benefits is helping clients understand their options with the CARES Act, and also making sure their clients are comfortable with their portfolios as well as their risk tolerance. Throughout the remainder of this pandemic and continuing forward, PSS Benefits and their partner Payroll Service Solutions are there for all of your business needs. So call my friends at PSS Benefits. They're there to help.
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Chris Markowitz, Ari Bluestein here with you. And Chris, what do you think PW is going to do right here?
Well, I'm predicting they'll go with a sweep to Jamal, something to the outside. He's been very effective in the open space. The defensive line is doing a great job of clogging up the holes there, so I expect to see a run to the outside.
On a nice little run by Khan Jamal. You called that one, Chris Markowitz. Beautiful call. Did you hear that from the PW booth next to us?
You could see them lining up for it on the other end of the field before we went to commercial break, and that jet sweep has been very effective for them. They haven't had the blocks on the inside, but when Jamal has open space, he's very effective. He's got a lot of moves, a lot of speed, and a lot of power.
So that ends up being a gain of 12 for Khan Jamal. 9 carries, 47 yards, not too bad.
It's been great all season for them here.
Jamal again with a carry. Man, they have been working him tonight. Backs his way up to the 15. Gain of maybe 1 on that play.
Yeah, it looked like Dave Hernandez was in there, excuse me. And he's a big guy for this defense. He's 5'11", but 280 pounds, Ari. So a big guy on that defensive line.
And now going towards the end zone, and that's going to be a first down, and that's going to set up first and goal.
Yeah, Stobro just short of the end zone there, but a nice keeper. Faked out everybody on that fake handoff.
Was that Khan Jamal again there, Chris?
No, that was Stobro on a keeper.
Oh, Stobro, okay. I looked down for 1 second. I missed the play. So, gain of 13. Any signal yet? Not sure if PW got in on that. And it will be second and goal.
Yeah.
Did not get in. Looks like a gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, they're trying to use Stobro to convert here. He has the team lead in rushing touchdowns. But let's see if they use Jamal here on a stretch to the outside.
Well, you have a couple more tries. I would say keep going into the middle.
Well, the Upper Dublin defensive line is really doing a good job of penetrating in the middle. I'd look for them to try to get to the outside here, as we're probably going to get a false start here.
Well, that would certainly hurt PW's chances here of getting into the end zone quickly. You would hate to see the Colonials ruin this opportunity after they put together such a nice drive.
Yeah, it's been a great drive for them, but you cannot afford to have penalties on the goal line. These are the scenarios where you have to cash in as an offense. Some discussion going on by the officials.
Actually, they're calling encroachment on Upper Dublin.
So now the football's just 6 inches away from the goal line, Ari.
Yeah, I think you keep going with Stobro right here.
This might be a good time to try it over the top.
I'm not sure if he got in again, Chris.
No signal yet.
Still trying to move some bodies from the pile. It'll be third down.
This Upper Dublin defensive line is really coming to play here tonight, Ari. Not allowing anything up the middle. That's really the strength of their defense, Ari.
Well, the crowd's really getting into it here. And I think that PW might have got in on this one.
And the signal is touchdown, PW.
And it is a touchdown. Stobro finally, after knocking on the door 3 times, finally gets past that Cardinal defense.
Yeah, good run there by Strobel, but it looked like Blaise Gravenese had something to do with it, pushing his teammate from behind, maybe gave him a little extra oomph there, Ari, and got him into the end zone.
Well, you got to love the help from the blockers. Sometimes that's what you need. You need a little extra push from your teammates.
Yeah, credit him with the assist there.
So here's the extra point. And it is straight through. So 7 up and kind of been as advertised so far. Low scoring, a lot of defense, but teams can find pay dirt when they need to.
Yeah, very effective running of the football here, Ari. We saw the 75-yard run by Bootman earlier in the game for Upper Dublin, but a nice drive there by Whitemarsh, pounding the ball effectively against the Upper Dublin defense all the way down the field for a score.
So here's a short, very short kick. A little bit of a return. And Upper Dublin's going to have some pretty good field position. I get the idea right there, but that was a little bit too short on that kick.
Not enough behind that kick there, Ari, and they're basically going to have the possession to start at midfield here, Upper Dublin.
21, first and 10, Cardinals.
So Upper Dublin will start at their own 41. Last time they had this good a field position, threw a pick on the third play.
Yeah, that was early on in the game, Ari. Let's see if Justin Horn has seen some things with this defense, maybe made some adjustments. I'd like to see them run the ball here. Oh no, they got a spread offense here.
They've been, Chris, they've been spreading it out really all night long. Man in motion, handoff goes here to the near side. Good pursuit by PW, and a nice hit by Plymouth Whitemarsh's John Zhang, I believe. Or rather, that was number 9, Leonard Galante, the defensive end. But you saw trying to get to the outside there was Cottom, who had that big run. But good defense by PW sealing the edge.
Yeah, caught him with that big run earlier. He tried to cut that back there, couldn't do it. Some good defense by Whitemarsh to hold him to just 2 yards on that gain.
Justin Horn, one of the captains of this team. Man in motion, and immediately hit a big-time hit from Vince Martina, who doubles as a D-back. And that was number 1, Jalen Heim, who was in motion and got the catch. We've talked about Jalen Heim a little bit, how important he is, but PW read that one all the way.
Yeah, they saw it coming. Heim has the ability to make plays with the ball in his hands after the catch, but just had nowhere to go. Sniffed out perfectly by Martina. Some revenge for Martina there. He's been covered well all game here by the Upper Dublin defense, Ari.
Loss of 2. So that sets up 3rd and 11. Shotgun formation. Yeah, that was a legal motion. That did not work. He had 2 receivers trying to go in motion right there. That'll push him back a few yards.
Definitely going to hurt here, as that'll set up 3rd and 16. Let's see if they just go with a draw play here, maybe trying to avoid the interception in midfield and punt this one away.
I think they're going to take a shot here on 3rd. I mean, Horn, there's Brett Stover, by the way, talking to Justin Horn, the head coach for Upper Dublin. There's Horn going back into the huddle. So after the penalty, back to their own 35-yard line, sets up 3rd and 16.
Let's see if they can erase this penalty here, try to convert.
Heim is in motion. The pass goes to Heim. Oh, nice move by Heim, but he was unable to elude a big hit from Terrence Robinson, and that one will force an Upper Dublin punt.
Yeah, it was a safe route to Heim. They weren't looking to get the first down, just looking to complete something, maybe have him make a move or two to get to the first down marker. He's unable to, and they'll just punt it away here.
A gain of 4 there for Heim. And Upper Dublin will punt this one away, so a nice defensive stand by Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Yeah, it's a big stop for them, as now they have a chance to take the lead here.
That punt takes a nice cardinal bounce into their own territory across the 30. So not a bad punt. Good job by the special teams of Upper Dublin to kind of reverse fields.
6:30 left first half.
Yeah, nice punt there. We'll see if Plymouth Whitemarsh can march it all the way down the field again here.
So Plymouth Whitemarsh will start on their own 28. Handoff again goes to Khan Jamal. Look out.
That's Khan Jamal on the carry.
I think they're starting to figure it out here, Ari. Every time they get Khan Jamal to the outside, he tends to pick up big gains of yardage here against this Upper Dublin defense.
Gain all the way up to the 47.
If you're the Cardinals, you have to make an adjustment. You know that they're going to try to get the ball to the outside. I'd look to see the linebacker, Weinbrake, try to make some plays out there and keep Jamal in the backfield.
Handoff to Jamal. And not a lot of room to run there.
Across 46. No gain on the play.
Yeah, it's the Upper Dublin tackles doing a great job again, not giving any holes up on that line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. PW.
So big second down coming up here, Ari.
Strobel on the keeper.
Gain 2 on the play.
They gave him 2, Ari. I don't even know if he got that much.
Yeah, you only gain 1.
3rd and 9 from the PW 48-yard line.
It's beginning to be a trend. Every time Upper Dublin has faced the run on the inside, they stuffed it at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they look to Martina here.
Strobel rolling, throws on the run. Nice pass for Martina. Is it a catch? It is right at the marker, and I think he's going to get a first down.
Yeah, and that was a great play call there, Ari. That's a play you love to run in flag football. The receiver going to the sideline on a comebacker in a spot only he can make the catch. Great throw, and it's going to be a first down.
For the Colonials.
I run that one all the time in my flag football league, Ari.
To Martina.
Good to know, so if I play you.
Well, now you got the scouting report.
At the Upper Dublin 43-yard line.
First catch for Martina. And I believe that was Stobrel on the keeper for PW. And PW really just controlling the clock right now.
Yep. I'm surprised they didn't hand it off there to Jamal, though. Looked like he had some space to the outside, but Stobrel decided just to keep it. Got no gain. With just a lot of Upper Dublin defenders stuffing him at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's a really good Upper Dublin front line. You've got Zaire Lee, number 71, Max Weinberg, number 74, and then you have Max Weinbrake, the linebacker.
You also have Dave Hernandez, as I mentioned earlier. He's 5'11", but 280 pounds, so big guy on that line of scrimmage.
Good ball fake. That's Stobrel going deep.
Stormel's pass is incomplete.
And it is incomplete, but that was just about to be a very easy interception.
Yeah, he
for
took
Upper Dublin.
he took a chance there, Stobrel. Thought his receiver was going to win on the route, Martina, but he didn't have a step on his cornerback. I don't know what he was looking at, Ari.
Well, I guess he thought that Martina was going deep and he would have the shot over the top, but very lucky that was not picked off.
Yeah, that was some excellent defense again by George Weems, really keeping Martina in check here in the first half.
Oh, nice play fake, Stobrel. Well, it was a good idea, but not a lot of room to roll for Stobrel. That's going to set up a fourth down and probably a punting situation.
Yeah, it was a good idea, Ari, but they didn't have anyone for him to pass on that side of the field. So a good job of Upper Dublin sniffing out the quarterback bootleg. It was probably a run attempt, but he was unable to get anything there.
7, George Weeds, and number 6, Mike Cotton back to receive for the Cardinals.
Good high punt, takes a Colonial bounce. Look at this one roll, Chris.
Good roll there.
Rolls down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Down to about the 8, a really nice punt for PW, and Upper Dublin will start deep in their own zone.
Yeah, they'll have some tough field position to work with here, Ari, but an excellent job by their defense keeping Plymouth Whitemarsh out of the end zone, and now you have a chance to take the lead again, get your fans back into it.
So Upper Dublin starting on their own 8. I think we got a little 2-minute drill here, Chris.
Yes, sir. Let's see them open up their passing playbook.
Keep it on the ground, keep it conservative to start. Not a bad idea to get out of your own end.
Yeah, it looked like a gain of 3 there on the draw play. But you only got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so you really got to start thinking about airing it out down the field here, Ari. Especially since they used that first timeout in the first quarter.
Well, what you don't want to do is throw a pick and give PW a shot.
Yeah, that's
so that might be what Upper Dublin's thinking. Like, you know what? We're deep in our own territory. Let's not try and go too nuts here. Let's stay conservative, keep it on the ground, and see if any big plays break out like that 75-yard dash by Cottom.
Yeah, that's a point, Ari.
This is Cottom again. He's got a little bit of room. Oh, and he's upended on the far side.
Yeah, nice tackle there by the Plymouth Whitemarsh defender. Couldn't see who that was, but a good wrap-up.
We've seen a lot of big hits tonight. I know we gave out our All-American Sporting Goods hard hit of the game already, but we've seen a lot of good hits here tonight.
Yeah, we got 2 excellent defenses, Ari, and it's certainly proving thus far. Only 2 touchdowns here in the first half.
Shotgun. Again, the conservative handoff. First down and a lot more. Well, Upper Dublin, I think they are going to use a timeout right here. Yes, they are.
Yeah, now that you've got some momentum on the offense, maybe you try to convert here, Ari, on this 2-minute drive and get yourself a lead going into halftime.
I believe that was Cottom again. Oh, wipe it off. I didn't even see the flag there, Chris.
I didn't either, Ari, but that's going to be a big penalty as it'll cost them a first down, bring the ball all the way back. So let's see if they just hand it off on a draw and try to run the clock out.
Yeah, I think that's what you're going to see happen now. But PW does have 2 timeouts left, so they could choose, if they stop them here, choose to call a timeout, get the punt, get the ball back. Maybe they try a little Hail Mary. I'm not sure.
They could definitely do that, Ari. Passing game certainly isn't their strong suit, but going into halftime, you love to have those extra points. And they're going to have some good field position off this punt as Upper Dublin is pinned deep in their own territory right now.
Horn is in the shotgun. Ooh, and another big hit. Look out.
Yeah, big hit there.
That was 83, Leland Krukowski, 6'2", 205.
Yeah, he's one of the leading defensive linemen for this team. A nice hit, and that'll set up 4th down. We'll see the punting unit come on here.
Timeout on the field called by Whitemarsh.
And PW did use the timeout to stop the clock with 59.2.
It's going to be interesting to see what kind of play calling they choose to go with here. Just a minute left. Will they try and air it out, or will they use Jamal for a few carries, Ari?
Tonight's game will be streamed live over the internet by the Sports Fan Base Network. If you go to SFBN's website.
So that was a gain of 2, by the way, by Horn.
Yeah, gain of 2, but the big hit kind of made it seem like a loss there, Ari.
Yes, it did.
Barbaric punt.
And so now we have Upper Dublin punting deep from their, actually right from their own end zone.
Ooh, nearly
Get it
blocked.
away. That's actually a pretty good punt. Takes a PW bounce, and Upper Dublin lets it roll out of bounds on the far side.
Ball rolls out of bounds at the Upper Dublin 30.
Yeah,
And this would be really good field position for PW.
excellent shot for PW. They don't even have to pass the ball here with the field position they have for a few plays.
Well, 49.1 seconds is not a whole lot of time. Only one timeout remaining for Plymouth Whitemarsh.
Yeah, but they're very effective when going to the ground, Ari. I'd look to see them to get Jamal the ball on the outside, at least on first or second down.
Stobrol has not had a ton of success throwing the football. He did have that one big 31-yard pass completion to Rashino. Stobrol stepping up, and he's hit. Finally taken down.
Silver's taken down.
Going to be a loss of a couple on the sack by Upper Dublin.
Yeah, we've seen this Upper Dublin defensive line play great here today. Just their first sack of the game, but there haven't been a lot of passing attempts, so they haven't had many chances to get one.
Play, second and 13.
PW trying to hurry it up. It's going to be a screen.
That looks like a hold, Ari.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold. You have an Upper Dublin player down back behind the line of scrimmage, so clock will stop, and this one probably is coming back.
Another player down there, looks like.
Again, our head official for tonight with the white cap is Al Garner. Very nice gentleman. Chris and I got the pleasure of meeting before the game.
Yep.
Camera 1. Can you get closer to the players?
Still got a player down there, Ari. Can't tell who it is.
Let's take it.
While they take a look at the injured player, let's take a timeout. We'll see what happens here in the final 16 seconds of the first half here at Upper Dublin High School.
Ari's back.
The injured Cardinal was Max Weinbrake, and he's the younger brother of Henry Weinbrake, who was a standout here at Upper Dublin, and he leads the team in sacks this year, a heck of an athlete, big part of that defense, so hopefully he's okay and he can potentially get back on the field today.
Yeah, his brother was a standout, but he is also in his own right a standout. Leads the team in not only sacks, but tackles.
Stobrel airs it out, and it is caught. That's a touchdown.
To number 11.
Oh my goodness. That was a sneaky touchdown. I don't even think Upper Dublin was fully ready for that.
No, Ari, didn't think they were ready, but that's Vince Martina. We saw him targeted. It was nearly an interception earlier when he was in traffic, and he was in traffic there. Didn't look open at all, but a great job of boxing out the defensive back. Went up for it, came down with it, and ran it in for the score.
50 yards on the touchdown for PW, and the Colonials take their first lead of the evening.
Yeah, that's what Martina does, Ari. He's a big play receiver. That's his 4th touchdown of the season, so he's having a great year.
Extra point for PW, and it is through.
And that's a huge play for PW, Ari, because if I'm not mistaken, they kicked off, so they'll receive to start the second half. So now they're up 7 points, and they'll have the ball with possession to try to increase their lead to 2 scores in the second half.
Actually, PW had the first.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's okay. But Upper Dublin, they'll have a chance to redeem themselves. And I think that's what they were thinking, staying conservative. Like, okay, we'll stay conservative, run the clock out, we'll punt it away, and then hold PW. But instead, they let up a big 50-yard touchdown to Vince Martina. And now this crowd here at Upper Dublin, I think, is just stunned right now. You had the Weinbrake injury, followed by a 50-yard touchdown.
Yeah, certainly not the sequence of events you wanted if you were an Upper Dublin fan, but they're going to have to shake it off in the second half. They still have a chance. They're going to have the ball to start the second half, as you mentioned, Ari, and they've been effective on offense. Let's see if they can get it in for a score to start the second half. Maybe return this kick here. You never know.
Well, you never know, but if you're smart, if you're PW smart, you kind of just squib this one.
Yeah, they'll probably just look to squib it, but we've seen crazier things happen, Ari.
That's true. PW getting set to kick this one off. There's a squibber. Picked up and run. Not a lot of room to run for Upper Dublin on the far side. And the clock stops at 2.8. And probably you're going to see Upper Dublin just sit on this one.
Yeah, they'll probably just take a knee, not close enough to midfield to try and attempt a Hail Mary here. I think you're comfortable going into the half down just one possession.
I don't think you're comfortable going
Well,
in
more
down one.
comfortable than throwing an interception here and being down by 14 points, Ari.
Yes, that's very true. Well, we'll see. You never know. Brett Stover's a pretty good coach. We'll see what UD ends up doing. It looks like they're going to spread it out here. Yep, 4 receivers, single back. And it's a little screen, and that'll be all. So a completion to Hine for a minimal gain to end the first half. So your score here at the break in Fort Washington, PA. The Plymouth Whitemarsh Colonials 14, Upper Dublin 7. We'll be back next with our Pennsylvania Army National Guard halftime report. You're watching the Sports Fan Base Network presented by Payroll Service Solutions.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or
14-7 is the score here at the half in Fort Washington, PA, as Plymouth Whitemarsh leads Upper Dublin here at Cardinal Stadium, and that leads us into our Pennsylvania Army National Guard halftime report. For more information about how to attend college full-time tuition-free and serve in the Army National Guard part-time, contact Master Sergeant Tyrone Mickens at 215-880-3409. Again, that's 215-880-3409. Alongside Chris Markowitz, I'm Ari Bluestein. And, you know, Chris, it's kind of the game that we expected here tonight. We expected a game that was going to be a defensive battle, but you knew that these teams could still potentially score some points. And they did. And we had a couple of big plays, starting with that big 75-yard run by Michael Cottom that set up Upper Dublin's only touchdown.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of what we expected to see here, Ari. Some excellent rushing attacks from both teams. I believe Khan Jamal has close to 70 yards on the ground. A big play by Martina, too. A lot of the things we mentioned before the game have come true, but we haven't seen Justin Horn get on track here. He's got 5 attempts for just 6 yards here in the interception. So you'd like to see Horn get on track in the second half.
We'll take a look at our first half stats. And again, Khan Jamal, 67 yards on the ground. Martina had the big 50-yard touchdown at the end of the half. And then Stobrel had that passing touchdown. He also had a 1-yard rushing touchdown. Now, looking at Upper Dublin, Justin Horn, 4 for 5 for 6 yards and a pick. I don't think that's really the line that we expected from Justin Horn tonight.
No, it's not what we expected, but a lot of those passes have just been on third down. Some long distance attempts haven't gone off. They're just trying to dump the ball off on their passing attempts. Let's see if they try to air it out in the second half. Haven't really done that in the first.
And you can see by the stats on Upper Dublin, Cottom, 4 carries, 83 yards. He had the 175-yard carry that set up the touchdown. But really, after that point, it's been all PW. Khan Jamal has controlled the clock. Now, I don't have the track of the time of possession, but I can tell you that PW, in terms of running plays, looks like they have tripled or quadrupled what Upper Dublin has run here tonight. And that's really because of the run game of Khan Jamal, and also they've used a couple of other people like Blaze Gravenese as well.
Yeah, the run game's been real effective for PW. However, with they've been stuffed a lot on the inside, but with the injury to Max Weinbreak for Upper Dublin, let's see if they try to stretch it more to the outside now and get some big gains of yardage.
Alongside Chris Markowitz, I'm Ari Bluestein. Thank you for joining us on this Friday evening here on SFBN, presented by Payroll Service Solutions. And, not only are we seeing a great football game on the field, but we're seeing a great night. It's youth football night. And if you could get a little bit of a glimpse of the flag football games going on from these first, second, and third graders right now from the Upper Dublin area, it's just really great to see when a high school like this will promote these nights and get the young kids of this community, you see them right there, out on the high school football field. Really love to see it.
Yeah, I like to see the kids out there playing. In this day and age when you got so many video games, it's good to see them actually playing football, not playing Madden, Ari.
Well, speaking of playing Madden, I think Upper Dublin's going to have to do a little bit of that here in the second half. I know you mentioned about their defense with Weinbrake being injured and PW probably going to be able to continue to control the clock, but I think you're going to need some big plays out of Justin Horn, and he's going to have a Madden-like second half at this point.
Well, I'd like to see him try to attempt more passes down the field. As I mentioned earlier, all his attempts looked like were around the line of scrimmage, nothing down the field, down the sidelines. Let's see if they come out, maybe attack deep, try and test the safeties and corners. You haven't really seen any passes gone their way this game, Ari.
Yeah, really, Justin Horn has kept it short, hasn't really challenged the corners like you said at PW, and I tell you, both teams' defenses, I know we gave out our All-American Sporting Goods hard hit of the game early, but how many big hits have we seen tonight, really, from both defenses?
Yep. Countless big hits. Really, the Upper Dublin defensive line, though, Ari, has really came to play here today, stuffing everything on the inside. They've really taken away the inside running game from PW, so let's see if they can continue to do that, get some stops maybe, and keep their offense in the game.
Well, we're going to take a timeout, and when we return, we'll have the second half for you between Upper Dublin and Plymouth Whitemarsh. The Colonials of PW lead the Cardinals of Upper Dublin 14-7. We'll be back with second half action here on the Sports Fan Base Network, presented by Payroll Service Solutions. Third quarter set to begin, and as just explained by our scorekeeper here on the press box, Upper Dublin won the toss but deferred. Wanted to receive here in the second half, so hopefully that works here for Upper Dublin here, as they could certainly use a touchdown to start things off. Short kick again by PW.
Yeah, that's a short kick. It's going to give Upper Dublin a chance here to get their offense going. We haven't really seen much from them other than that big run by Cottam. The 75-yard run is really all their offense has been able to produce thus far in this game.
Well, as we talked about at the Pennsylvania Army National Guard time report, they're going to need a lot more out of Justin Horn, and I think you're going to have to see him throw down the field a little bit more here in this half and put up more than 6 yards of passing.
Yeah, you're going to need some more out of Horn, but you're also going to need some more out of this running game. Other than the 75-yard run,
right,
we haven't really had a lot, so you'd like to see this offense be balanced here in the second half.
Well, there's a nice little run to start things off.
Yeah, it looked like Cottam on the carry. It's a good way to get the second half started.
It's a little bit slow to get up, though.
Yeah, you see him there limping back to the huddle.
Gain 6 on the play, only second and 4.
So a nice gain of 6 there, Ari. Certainly a good play to start the half. Let's see if they could get the receivers involved here, though, on what's a good passing situation.
Shotgun formation. There's Horn. Short pass. Good job to go up and get it. That was Jalen Heim right near the first down marker, and it will be a first down as they move the chains.
Yeah, nice pass there to Heim. We've seen those a couple times in the first half, those short passes. Heim's able to make moves once he catches the ball, but that one was just a bit too high. He had to go up and get it, didn't have time to make a move. Still got the first down, though.
Yeah, gain of 4 on the play.
Let's see if they air out here.
Keep it on the ground with Cottam. Nice cut up the gut. And he's pushed back by a number of PW Colonials. Blaze Grevenese in there on the tackle, but a nice gain forward progress. Takes him across the 45 to the 44.
Yeah, 2 good carries by Cottam to start this half. It's really opening up the rest of the field for this Upper Dublin team if Cottam's able to get some space in the middle of the field on his rushing attempts.
Yeah, 6 carries, 93 yards. Certainly a good yard per carry average, of course, skewed by that 75-yard run that he had. But still, Cottam has been very effective here today.
Yep, they'll look to keep getting him the ball here.
4 wide receivers, and the handoff goes up the gut. A lot of room to run. This is Naeem Huff.
Naeem Huff on the carry.
And he's wrestled down to the ground near the 25-yard line. That was PW on the tackle, but a nice run by Huff and a great formation. He had the 4 receivers split out. It was kind of like the parting of the Red Seas for Naeem Huff.
Yeah, nice run by Huff, but got to give credit to this Upper Dublin offensive line, really creating some nice holes in the middle of the field early on in this second half. If they can continue to do that, Upper Dublin's going to be very successful on offense.
Upper Dublin needs to cash in right here. A couple of good plays, including that 18-yard run by Huff. They go back to Cottom, gets a couple across the 25 down to about the 24 for a gain of 2.
Yeah, fought for a little extra on the end of that. Not a lot of space to run there. Let's see if they go to the passing attack here.
Could keep it on the ground, probably in 4-down territory here. Single back is Malik Bootman. 4 wide receivers, 2 split out to each side. And I think Horn tried to make something out of nothing there, and that was an incompletion. And that's actually Horn's first incompletion
That
tonight.
didn't hit the ground.
That hit the ground, because the other incompletion
hit the ground,
was
yeah.
the interception, yes.
Yeah, it looked like he felt a lot of pressure there from the rush. It was a play-action pass. Had no time really to get that one off and hit the receiver accurately.
Well, I would like to see a little short pass here to set up a 4th and short, perhaps. We'll see where Brett Stover and Upper Dublin decide to go.
My guess is Jalen Heem.
4
Heim,
wide
excuse me.
receivers. Caught him in motion. Fakes the handoff. Throws. Picked off. It's picked off by number 57, Chris Laughlin, and he goes the other way, and he's tackled partially by Horn, and another costly pick for Horn and Upper Dublin.
Yeah, not a good pass there. He was intended for Ryan O'Gara, the tight end, but he didn't see the linebacker creeping there, and that's going to be very costly as now PW has a chance to go up by 2 touchdowns.
See Justin Horn right there, got to be frustrated with himself. Just has not been a good night. This PW defense has been all over the Upper Dublin offense.
Yeah, they've really sniffed out a lot of stuff in the passing game, haven't allowed anything down the field, and that is a big, big turnover. I've got 2 turnovers that they've forced, and anytime you can win the turnover battle, you'll usually win the game.
And PW starting at the Upper Dublin 42, great field position for the Colonials, and they go back to Khan Jamal, who's got a 1st down and more.
Yep, on that jet sweep. I look to see them run that play a lot here in the second half, Ari, especially with the linebacker line break out. Upper Dublin's done a great job of stopping the run at the line of scrimmage, but when Jamal's been able to get outside, they cannot hold him to less than a usually 8 or 9 yard gain.
13 carries, 79 yards for Khan Jamal, as PW now at the Upper Dublin 30. And it looked like the Cardinals were about to tie this one up. And then all of a sudden, the pick at PW is in business.
Yeah, big shift in momentum.
Direct snaps, Stobrel takes it and advances it to about the 28 for a gain of 2.
Yeah, nothing there really for Stobrel. Great job up front by Upper Dublin.
PW again continuing to control the clock, this time of possession.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to change here, Ari. They're going to stick to running the ball. That's their bread and butter. They like to take time off the clock. And I think we're going to getting a timeout here.
Field by Plymouth Whitemarsh. I'd like to remind all of our fans.
So PW will call the timeout right here with 7:56 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Oh man, traffic was brutal today everywhere. Accidents, construction, just regular rush hour, Friday rush hour traffic. It was a mess out there today.
Good to be here watching football, though.
Strobel going deep and overthrows the receiver.
Yeah, it was intended for Martina. A rare time that Martina was actually wide open, wasn't in traffic there, Ari, but he just missed. He was just missed as the ball sailed over his head.
Incomplete. 3rd and 8.
So 3rd and 8 for Joe Stobrel and PW.
Probably going to air out here again. Look to Martina. Had that nice catch in the first half, turned it into a 50-yard touchdown.
Four wide receivers, two split out to each side. Man in motion. Stobrel throws on the run, wide open for a first down and a lot more. And it's a touchdown for Blaine Gravenese. And PW has scored 20 unanswered points.
Yeah, and that's a great play by the quarterback, Stobrel. Felt the pressure to his right, stepped up in the pocket, rolled out to the right, looked like he was going to run, and then got it off as the linebacker pursued him, hit a man wide open for the score.
28 yards on the screen pass, essentially, to Gravenese, designed just to get the first down, but the blockers were out in front, and it ends up leading to 6.
Yeah, and it was Stobrel who really set that one up, was able to hold on to the ball long enough to get the defensive player to commit to him, drawing him off the running back. He was wide open on the screen.
And it is good.
So the extra point is good. Make it 21 unanswered for Plymouth Whitemarsh. And again, it just comes down to controlling the clock, running it down the field, making the plays when you need to, limiting your mistakes. And that's something Upper Dublin has not really done tonight. They have not gained a lot of yards on the ground. They have not been effective in the air. They've been guilty of the 2 turnovers tonight.
Yeah, you can't turn the ball over, Ari. It's hard to overcome turnovers, especially in high school, and especially against this PW team that's so effective at running the ball, taking time off the clock, and really capitalizing on other teams' mistakes.
Right here in Fort Washington, NovaCare's
Well,
experienced sports.
what a swing we just had here, Chris, because with the score of 14-7.
Starts to affect the play calling, Ari.
Right, but think about it, 14-7, Upper Dublin's driving, and then PW with the pick, and they scored a touchdown.
Yeah, and it's going to, as I was saying, it starts to affect the play calling, because now if you're Upper Dublin, you're down 2 scores, you really can't run the ball as much as you'd like to, because you have to try to preserve clock and get back into this game.
Well, we talked about this matchup a couple of weeks ago on our talk show, Varsity Voice, presented by SFBN, and I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about these two teams as another short kick and short return for Upper Dublin. Varsity Voice, presented by SFBN, airs every Thursday night at 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. on the Comcast Network and 11:30 p.m. on Comcast Sportsnet, the only high school sports talk show on cable television. Of course, in this area.
Yep.
Not too sure about the rest of the country.
Can't speak for the rest of the country, but definitely in the Philadelphia area.
I know you watch it every Thursday, right, Chris?
Yes, sir.
All right, so Upper Dublin starting at their own 39. Caught him again, and he rolls to about the 42-yard line, and caught him really fighting for that yardage. He's been the only Cardinal that has really shown any signs of life tonight.
Yeah, some nice effort there by Cottam, as he was banged up on the last drive, Ari, so he's really giving everything he has here tonight. You got to look to see some other players for Upper Dublin step up and share the load here on offense. They're going to come back into it.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for the Cardinals of Upper Dublin.
I'd like to see Justin Horn really complete a pass downfield here, maybe get some of his confidence back.
Horn rolls to his left. On the run, throws it to nobody.
Yeah, looked like it just got away from him there, Ari.
And you can see the Upper Dublin coaching staff trying some different things, rolling to his left, rolling to his right, in the pocket. Nothing really seemed to work right now for Justin Horn.
Well, they were trying to get him moving there, trying to get him a nice little outside route, but he's unable to complete it there. I thought the receiver had some space, but Horn's just having an off night, it appears, tonight. Rare to see that. He only turned the ball over once coming into this game.
Wow, how about that? And he's got, of course, the 2 picks here tonight, one in the first quarter and one in the third. 3rd and 7 for the Cardinals. Big third down flags. This will probably be a penalty on the Cardinals for movement up front.
Yep.
And indeed it is, courtesy of our head official again tonight with the white cap, Al Garner.
That's going to be a very costly penalty, Ari. as they've struggled Upper Dublin with converting these third down attempts all night. They really need to convert here because now you run the risk of punting it away to PW and falling behind by 3 touchdowns.
So that makes it a much more difficult third down to get here. Third and about 10.5.
I think PW might bring pressure here with the blitz. Horn hasn't been very accurate tonight, and the pressure might just get to him here.
Quick throw through the hands of Hine. And again, Horn unable to connect and really go down the field. This PW defensive line has really not allowed Horn to have a lot of time here.
No, they haven't given him a lot of time, and it looked like an outside blitz by a cornerback. I couldn't see who it was. It was number 21, I believe, for PW. Some excellent pressure there, and they've taken everything away in the passing game. They haven't even given up, I think, 10 yards thus far in the game, Ari.
Here's the punt, not a bad punt. And it will take a Cardinals bounce. And across the 25, down to about the 23. And the Colonials of Plymouth Whitemarsh will take over with a 2-touchdown lead. And now, 6.5 remaining in the third quarter, Chris. You've got a chance here. If you can get Conjamal going, you have a big chance to eat up some precious time here in the third quarter.
Yeah, if I'm PW, I look to go to Conjamal on almost every play of this drive. You really just want to eat up the clock, see if you can gain some yardage, get you some first downs, and if you could get to a 3-touchdown lead here by the end of the quarter, you're really in a good position to win.
Stobrel with some room to run. Actually, only ends up being about 3 or 4 yards. Looked like it was going to be a lot more.
Yeah, this Upper Dublin defense in the middle of the field have done a great job of limiting those rushes in the middle to nothing. But it's those attacks to the outside they haven't really been able to stop.
Stobrel, who does have a rushing touchdown tonight, hasn't been super effective. 10 carries for 26 yards.
No, but he does have the touchdown, though, Ari.
After 3 tries, finally got himself in the end zone. 2nd and 7. Handoff, nice little spin move right there. That was Gravenese.
Yep, they'll set up a short third down yardage attempt here. I think they'll keep it on the ground here, Ari.
Gain of 4 for Gravenese. He just had the 28-yard touchdown reception. And for Gravenese, that was his 2nd overall touchdown of the year. That sets up a 3rd and 3 for PW. Upper Dublin crowd getting into it a little bit now. They could certainly use a defensive stand right here. Nice job. That was Malik Bootman, the first one to meet the ball carrier. And that's a big stop.
Yeah, huge play here for Upper Dublin, Ari. They needed to get the ball back. The junior Bootman comes up with a big tackle in the backfield, and now Upper Dublin's going to get the ball with some good field position.
There's the Upper Dublin Cardinals trying to get the crowd going a little bit.
Yeah, big stop there. Want to get the crowd into it, get the energy back.
Oh, the punter's knee hit the ground? Is that what they're saying?
It looks like it, Ari. This is a huge call here as it's going to set up Upper Dublin on the 18-yard line. They're in the red zone without even receiving a punt.
Well, that's a lucky break. A low snap has the punter go down to get it, and they say his knee was down. And this is by far the best opportunity for Upper Dublin tonight. You know what? If they don't cash in here, I would say game over right now.
Well, it certainly hurt you psychologically if you're not able to convert here. But I have faith that Justin Horn is going to figure this one out. Haven't seen him be very accurate tonight, but let's see if he's able to shake it off and convert.
Well, they've got 15 yards to pay dirt.
Ooh, I call
Horn is rolling. Throws, and it is complete to Bootman, and he backs in, and it's an Upper Dublin touchdown. So a costly mistake. The crowd is excited, and Upper Dublin is right back in it.
And that's just a great play by Horn already. He felt the pressure, made a nice move in the backfield to avoid the sack, rolled out to his right and found Bootman. Excellent play, and a great job of Horn shaking off the 2 interceptions from earlier and getting his team back into this game.
Number 19, Matt Shields on.
And it looks like the offense is staying. Oh, no, excuse me. I thought the offense was staying on the field. Horn the holder.
Yep. And you never know, Ari, maybe they'll run a fake.
Nah, I don't see that happening. Actually, that's a really low kick, but it's still good. So Upper Dublin with a much-needed touchdown on that drive. They caught a break, and they came through.
Well, you got to capitalize on breaks, Ari. Plymouth Whitemarsh capitalized on the 2 turnovers they were able to force, and it's good to see Upper Dublin capitalize there. Maybe Justin Horn has regained some confidence, and we'll see if he could lead a comeback for this team.
So Malik Bootman on the touchdown, and that time, what I saw from Justin Horn is that he showed some patience, right? He looked off the first man, stepped up to avoid the pass rusher, and then the Bootman was open, and finally he was able to find Bootman there. So much better decision-making from Justin Horn this time around.
Definitely, and definitely saw some confidence in him too. There was a lot of pressure on that play, but he did not flinch. He wasn't intimidated at all. A big touchdown there. You got the momentum. You got the crowd back in it. Let's see if the defense now can come out and get a big stop.
Shields will be kicking off for Upper Dublin. Back to receive for the Colonials will be Wilson, number 10.
So PW will receive after what really was their first mistake of the night, Chris. I mean, that low snap, I mean, they played pretty much mistake-free football until that moment.
Yeah, we haven't really seen them do anything to, turn the ball over. But, that is a costly mistake there, though, as it allows this home team in Upper Dublin to get back into the game. So I haven't seen a lot of mistakes, but that's a costly one. Sometimes the size of a mistake outweighs how many you make.
That's very true. And Dante Wilson really had nowhere to go. Good job by the Upper Dublin special teams yet again. And PW will start at their own 23.
It's a big possession here for both teams.
It really is, because you think about it, if PW can control the clock like they have done pretty much most of the game, that obviously puts Upper Dublin at a disadvantage. But if the Cardinals can get a quick 3-and-out punt right here, then they've got a chance to tie this game and maybe force a tie by the end of the third quarter.
Yep.
This Stobrel on the run floats it, and it is caught one-handed, but the ball came out. I think Upper Dublin's going to have the fumble. And it is Upper Dublin football.
Just an unbelievable series of events there, Ari. First of all, an incredible catch by number 4, Jer Ross, with the one left hand. But then when he came down with it, couldn't control it all the way to the ground as he was tackled. And now another mistake for PW. It's kind of ironic that we mentioned they'd only made one mistake before that possession, and now their second turnover in a row here, setting up Upper Dublin with a chance to score.
So 14 yards on the pass completion, and a fumble by Ross.
That's a shame. It was a great catch, too.
It really was. But did he have full possession of the football? That's the question.
See, I'm not sure about that one, Ari, but what the referee's called, you got to go with it.
Well, you can't take it to the booth and review it in high school football.
No, you cannot.
Can't review every scoring play and every turnover.
And unfortunately here at SFBN, we don't have the instant replay just yet, so we won't be able to look at that one until after we're done streaming.
I believe that was a loss of 2.
Yep.
On that run by Upper Dublin.
See if they look to pass it here.
Well, they very well could. Maybe Justin Horn is starting to feel it now.
Might be a penalty on the line here.
That's going to be on Upper Dublin.
Yeah, it's going to be very costly too, Ari. Moving in the wrong direction here. You really need to convert. You have the momentum in your favor. You got the crowd behind you. You got to convert here if you're Upper Dublin.
Well, you would love to see them capitalize on the turnover. Earlier in the game, they were not able to do that. Horn is back to pass. He's got time. It's a short throw to the near side, incomplete.
Yeah,
that was intended for Jalen Hine.
Yeah, it looked like Horn just couldn't get enough on that pass, rushed it a little bit, and bounced it to Heim.
So now we've got a 3rd and 17 here.
Yeah, look for PW to bring extra pressure here. Horn was able to shake off his mistakes on the last drive, but he has struggled here today with the 2 picks. I think they bring pressure to try to force another turnover.
PW stays conservative. And a completed pass, some blocking, avoiding a tackle, Huff. And not enough for a first down, but a nice move by Naeem Huff. And now Upper Dublin has a decision to make. Do they go for it or do they punt it?
Looks like they're sending the punting crew on there. No, they're sticking with the offense. I think you go for it here, Ari. You got some momentum at your back. You just got a nice gain there on 3rd down. I think you go for it.
Yeah, I think you're too close to punt it at this point. Yeah, I think you got to go for it.
I'm surprised that PW didn't bring more pressure there, though, on that 3rd down play.
Yeah, they stayed conservative. Played kind of that pre. Horn rolling on this 4th down play. Throws on the run. He's got a man, and it is incomplete. That was intended for Weems, and that was a catchable ball, I think. It wouldn't have been an easy catch, but definitely a catchable ball for Weems.
It was a tough catch, a little bit out in front of it. It was a nice play call as you had Horn rolling out to his left, but he just put it a little bit too far out in front of the receiver. So maybe you give 50-50 on the receiver quarterback there. But a nice play call, unfortunately not able to be converted.
And now PW gets it right back after they fumbled it away.
Yeah, if I'm PW, I'm going to try to run the ball here. I'm surprised they didn't run it with Khan Jamal to start that last drive where they had the fumble on the first play.
Well, they will start on their own 31-yard line. Nowhere to go, loss of 1. That was Gravenese on the carry.
Yep, nothing on that attack at the middle, and Upper Dublin continues to dominate at the line of scrimmage.
And if you remember earlier, Weinbrake, the top linebacker for this Upper Dublin team, was injured. I believe he has not returned.
He has not, Ari, but his companions have done an excellent job of stepping up in his absence here in this second half.
Another handoff. This is up the gut, diving forward to about the 34-yard line. And that was Gravenese again.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that play call, Ari. I don't know why they're not trying anything to the outside. They have the advantage on the outside on the sweeps. Haven't gone to it here since that first drive when they came out at halftime.
Well, now you've got a 3rd and about 7. And let's see if they go to the air here. You've got trips lined up to the far side. Single back, 4 wide receivers and all. Strobel rolling, still rolling. Throws it on the run, and it is incomplete. And he was being followed and harassed mostly by number 74, Max Weinberg, and PW is going to have to punt this one away.
Excellent defense there by Upper Dublin. Weinberg chasing down Strobel. Didn't get the sack, but the pressure forced the incompletion, and that is a big stop for this Upper Dublin defense. They really come to play here in the last couple of possessions, Ari.
So it will be a punt for PW. At least they get it off this time.
Yeah, nearly blocked there.
Fair catch signaled for at the 35, and that is where Upper Dublin will start their next drive.
36-yard line where the Cardinals will take it over 1st and 10 with 1:05 left.
Yeah, good field position again for the Cardinals.
And with 1:05 remaining, no rush obviously to score here at the end of the quarter, but you want to see Upper Dublin start to move the football a little bit. Still, even with that touchdown that they have not been able to move the ball down the field in large chunks.
No, that touchdown came off the first play of a turnover in the red zone. So they really, when they've converted, it's been in the short yardage situation right in front of the goal line. I'd look to see Horn throw the ball, but I'd like to see him get out to his right here. As that play stuffed in the backfield.
Yeah, again, PW, we talked about it in pregame, Chris. The two defenses for PW and Upper Dublin, we knew that their defensive front line especially was going to be very solid.
Yeah, we've seen it from both teams here today. Other than a couple big plays, just a great job by both defenses here in a very tight game. But as I'm saying, Ari, I'd like to see Justin Horn get out, rolling out to his right. That was the play that he got the touchdown pass on. He's rolled to his left a couple times, hasn't been able to complete anything. Maybe getting him going the other way will open up some holes in this defense.
2nd and 12 for Upper Dublin. Horn is back to pass. He's got plenty of time. Fires it across the middle, and it's going to be maybe just shy of a first down from forward progress, and that was complete to number 11, Ryan Bisaccio, the junior wide receiver, and they do give him the first down.
I think you mean JT Breslin, number 11, Ari.
I apologize. JT Breslin,
yeah.
one number away. Yeah, JT Breslin, that was his 10th catch on the year.
It was a nice route by Breslin. A good job of gaining the forward progress to get the first down. He was knocked backwards, but a nice catch to secure a first down as we are done here, it looks like, in the third quarter.
That will be the final play of the third quarter. The score, Plymouth Whitemarsh 21, Upper Dublin 14, and the Cardinals starting to get on the move a little bit here at Cardinal Stadium. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on SFBN, presented by Payroll Service Solutions.
Hi, everybody. This is former Philadelphia Flyer Bill Clement. I sure hope you're all well. So the coronavirus pandemic has really changed how we do things. And for Flyers fans, how frustrating to have the season end the way it did, as well as the team was playing at the end. But the other day I started to think, imagine the frustration of small business owners who account for 99.7% of America's businesses, the backbone of our economy. Well, my good friends at PSS Benefits have dedicated their business to providing solutions for small and medium-sized companies. Partnered with Payroll Service Solutions, they offer seamless pay-as-you-go workers' compensation. They offer retirement plans and HR services. They also provide health insurance, business insurances, and personal insurances. They have programs available to assist in deferring or reducing insurance premiums during this difficult time, and they are fully staffed to personally assist their clients. This is a period of uncertainty, and PSS Benefits is helping clients understand their options with the CARES Act, and also making sure their clients are comfortable with their portfolios as well as their risk tolerance. Throughout the remainder of this pandemic and continuing forward, PSS Benefits and their partner Payroll Service Solutions are there for all of your business needs. So call my friends at PSS Benefits. They're there to help.
Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter in Upper Dublin with a fresh set of downs, trying to tie this game up here on their home field in Fort Washington, Pennsylvania. Alongside Chris Markowitz, I'm Ari Bluestein. Here's a keeper by Justin Horn. He's off to the races. He's going to go. Touchdown, Upper Dublin on the first play of the fourth quarter.
That is a huge play, Ari. A very effective fake handoff there. I was confused, couldn't see Horn originally. Then you see him streaking down the field, and that is a huge touchdown for the quarterback.
53 yards on the scamper from Justin Horn, and once he saw the opening, he was just off, and all he saw was that Cardinals logo in the end zone.
That's what Horn does for this team. He leads them in rushing touchdowns. That's his 7th this season. So an excellent job of Horn there, reading the defense and getting a big score out of it.
The extra point is good, and we are tied at 21. And I'll tell you what, Chris, this has been such a fun game. Back and forth. The Upper Dublin cheerleaders are pumped. Back and forth, big plays, big turnovers, and this is just what a high school football game should be.
Yeah, this one's been a big swing of momentum, a lot for both teams. You mentioned it at the start of the second half when PW scored, I believe. It was a 21-0 run they went on, and now a 14-0 run for the Cardinals here. They've got all the energy, they've got all the momentum, and they've got the home crowd behind them. So let's see if they can get a defensive stop and take their lead again.
So now Upper Dublin will kick this off, and W's style has been ground and pound, run the clock. They could do the same thing, but their last 3 drives, 3-and-out punt, 1 play and a fumble, 3-and-out punt.
Yeah, and I don't think they went to Conjamal on any of those plays in those 3 drives, Ari.
I'm not sure if I've seen Conjamal in the game now that you mentioned that. And he actually just came back into the game now. So maybe at this point, PW will start to use Conjamal.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised they haven't used him as much as they did in the first half here in the second. Definitely going to try to use him here on this drive. Let's see if the Upper Dublin defensive line can hold at the line of scrimmage, though. They've done a great job here tonight.
Stobrel out of the shotgun, and it is incomplete, intended for Conjamal.
Yeah, it looked like Jamal was open there. Stobrel not able to hit him. I'm a little bit turned off by that play call there, Ari. I expect him to run the ball here, That's your bread and butter.
I think you're right. I think now they're kind of getting in panic mode here, but it's a tie game. There's no reason to panic.
I mean, you've got all the time in the world. There's 11 minutes and 43 seconds left. Plenty of time to run the ball. We've seen Khan Jamal really dominate this Upper Dublin defense when he gets the ball on the outside on those jet sweeps.
Trips here to the near side for PW.
Another pass.
Passing is Stobrel. This one is complete as Stobrel finds number 30, Dan Margulies, the senior tight end.
A nice pass there by Stobrel. It sets up a 3rd down and short here.
Gain of 7 on the play. 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard completion up to the 36 for Stobrel. On the run is Stobrel. He's got room. He throws it. Complete. And Stobrel, George Roshino for the first down and a lot more into Upper Dublin territory.
Yeah, Upper Dublin wanted a holding call there. I'm surprised they didn't get it, but a nice play there by PW to convert on 3rd down. And they've got the chains moving.
Come on, 18 yards on the completion to Roshino. He now has 2 receptions for 49 yards.
Was it Roshino who had that big catch for 30 yards earlier in the game, Ari?
Yes. And now we've got a timeout on the field. And we'll take a quick break here on SFBN, but PW trying to answer after the game is now tied at 21 apiece. You're watching Suburban One Football here on SFBN, presented by Payroll Service Solutions.
Hi, I'm Marty Bergstrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Welcome back. You've got a glimpse of the crowd here at Cardinal Stadium, and this has been a great one tonight with Plymouth Whitemarsh trying to answer here after 2 straight touchdowns by Upper Dublin, and Stobrel on the carry, only 1 yard for him.
Yeah, PW has been very effective on this drive, though, Ari, through the air, actually, making me eat my words.
Yeah, you didn't like them passing the football, but PW sticking with it.
They've been able to convert, and that was a big third down conversion on that pass play on the rollout to the right. They set it up with a nice play-action fake to Jamal.
Shotgun split-back formation. Stobrel's going for it all for Martina, and it is intercepted. That's George Weems, who missed on a reception on the 4th down play the last couple of drives, but he secures the interception on what was really just a ball that was just the Hail Mary for all intents and purposes.
I mean, Williams has been playing great coverage all night, Ari, but that's not the first time we've seen Stobrel throw that ball down the field to Martino when he's not open, trying to trust him to go up for it, but just not a very smart pass there, Ari. You're driving. I don't understand why you forced it down the field. Not a smart play there by the TW quarterback.
There you see Upper Dublin's Naeem Huff, who has had a nice game tonight, defensively and offensively. And now Upper Dublin will take over after the pick by Weems. Oh, look at the crowd. That's the Cardinals pep band.
Yeah, really getting into it here, Ari.
Nice little gain right there on first down, a gain of 6.
Good time to go to the play action here.
And again on the ground. That was given to number 5, Philip Butler, I believe.
Yeah, it didn't look like he gained very much. It's going to be 3rd down and 3, I think, after a 2-yard gain about.
No, that was Cottom on the carry.
Gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 2.
And we have a whistle here on the field. Officials timeout.
Yep. Lead.
Well, there's the PW side, and you get a look out at Route 309, the highway sign. And really great stadium, Cardinal Stadium, right here off of Route 309 in Fort Washington, PA. Upper Dublin, great school, great facility here. Want to again give a shout out to Eric Greiner, the athletic director here at Upper Dublin, and also Brett Stover, the head coach, who got us set up here tonight. And we are fortunate to be here tonight to cover one of the best Suburban 1 matchups of the year.
It's been a pleasure, Ari. Great game here tonight. We've seen some excellent things from both the offensive and defensive side of the ball on both teams. It's going to be an exciting ending to this one. You can just feel it.
Well, this is a big 3rd down and 2 right here. And again, now go to the outside. Lots of room for Huff. First down, Naeem Huff and Upper Dublin as they move the chains and continue to control the clock here in this game this evening.
Yeah, nice play there from Upper Dublin. Big first down. Let's see if they look to air it out here now.
Well, I think, honestly, you keep the ball on the ground at this point because you've got control, tie game at 21. There's no reason to give PW any type of opportunity to get a pick. I mean, Horn already has 2 of them tonight.
Yeah, they're going to power formation again, Ari. Ooh,
Oh, that didn't work. That's a big takedown by Plymouth Whitemarsh, number 9, Leonard Galante, 6'2", 195 D lineman.
Yeah, big hit by Galante there. Just the runner in the backfield for no gain. It's a big stop.
3 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 13.
So a loss of 3 for Huff.
I expect to see a pass here, Ari.
Well, they are certainly spreading things out.
No, sticking with the run.
Oh, no, they're not. It's a keeper. And PW was all over it. That might have been a broken play there, Chris.
Yeah, not really anything open in the middle of the field there. Looked like Horn just kept it, and he might have lost a yard there, Ari.
Looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 12.
Yeah, broken play there.
They gave him a gain of 1, actually.
Now it's time to air it out here.
I would say so. Got to be careful, though. Do not want to throw an interception here at this point in the field. Horn. He's got time. Goes across the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Bootman. And that was actually a really nice pass by Horn, just maybe a centimeter too short.
I thought it was a good pass. I thought, it's a tough catch, but, you expect Bootman to make that one. A nice route by Bootman to get over in the middle of the field on the post. He's just unable to come away with it as he dove to the ground.
It's now a punting situation here. High punt, but it's short. Takes a cardinal bounce, a real nice cardinal bounce. And down at about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, very fortunate bounce there.
The Cardinals will start 1st and 10 from their own 36 with 6:44
So
left.
now PW gets the ball back. This has really been, it's funny, you look at the first half, it was a lot of long drives by PW. This half, it's been turnovers and punts and big plays and weird plays. It's just been a very different second half here tonight.
Well, they've gotten away from what they were doing in the first half, Ari, which was really controlling the game on the ground. They've passed it a lot more here in the second half. I found them might try to get back to the running attack.
In the air. Nice tackle by Cottom. He's been all over the field tonight on offense and defense.
Yeah, real great game from Cottom. Had that big 75-yard rush earlier and a nice tackle there, limiting Jamal to just about 2 or 3 yards on the game.
2nd and 8.
Second and 8 now for the Colonials of Plymouth Whitemarsh. And we're just about at the halfway mark of quarter number 4, still tied at 21. Stobrel hands it off to Khan Jamal. Nowhere to go, reverses Fields, and he's pulled down in the backfield.
That's excellent defense there by Upper Dublin. Already saw that jet coming the whole way. Forced Khan to go backwards. He almost had the cutback, but a great tackle there to keep him in the backfield.
That was Jason O'Gara, senior D-end on the tackle. And now we have 3rd and 13 after the loss of 5.
Yeah, they're going to try to air it out here. Probably going to go to the man, Martina. He's been targeted on nearly every 3rd down and long here.
Upper Dublin fans making noise. This is going to be a screen. Khan Jamal gets away from one Upper Dublin Cardinal tackler, and he advances forward. It's not going to be enough for a first down, though.
Yeah, great play by Khan Jamal to avoid the initial hit and get out of the backfield. Actually came close to the first down.
10 on the play.
I think PW is considering going for it here, Ari.
Well, it's a gain of 10.
And yeah, they are going for it.
No, might have changed it. Nope, they changed their mind. Now we've got a timeout on the field. I believe there's an injured Upper Dublin Cardinal.
Injury timeout.
And while the trainers take a look at that injured player, we'll take a timeout. 4:54 remaining. We've still got a tie ball game. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Suburban One High School football here on the Sports Fan Base Network, presented by Payroll Service Solutions and brought to you today by the Physical Therapy Wellness Institute. Well, the injured player got up as we were heading to break, so we'll keep it right here. Naeem Huff, the injured player, looks to be okay. Certainly a good sign.
Yeah, good to see that for this Upper Dublin team.
Punt for PW. Good high punt. Again, fairly short. And it rolls out of bounds at around the 29-yard line. Well, take a look at PW's. Since they had 2 touchdowns in a row, the one at the end of the second quarter, 50-yard bomb, and then the quick one at the third quarter. Punt, fumble, and that one punt ended up being kneel down. Punt, down, fumble, punt, INT, punt.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things, Ari. One, I think they kind of got away from what was working for them in the first half, but credit Upper Dublin. The defense has really stepped up in the second half here.
Agreed.
Notably that defensive line stuffing everything in the backfield, it seems like.
Upper Dublin starting at their own 29-yard line. Let's see if they can make some fourth quarter magic happen. Staying conservative, keeping it on the ground for now.
And if you're Justin Horn, this is kind of, the quarterback's dream. You had that big deficit early on. You had the 2 interceptions, but a chance here to overcome all that adversity and lead your team to a big home victory.
Gain of 3 for George Weems. We've got a whistle. Looks like it's going to be a flag and false start on Upper Dublin.
That's going to be costly, Ari.
Procedure against the Cardinals, a 5-yard penalty. That'll be 2nd and 13.
So that makes it 2nd and 13 now after the false start penalty.
And penalties like that really hurt you because they limit the amount of they limit the kinds of plays you could call. Instead of now a draw here, it's less likely that you're going to get effective yardage off of it.
And another whistle. This is a timeout. Upper Dublin will call a timeout, and now we'll take our break here on SFBN. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. 3:38 remaining. You're watching SFBN presented by Payroll Service Solutions. 2nd and 13 here for Upper Dublin following the Cardinal timeout. Oh, not a good pass. Picked off by Gravities, and PW is going to be only 20-some yards away from winning this game. And Chris, you call the timeout. I don't know what they talked about in that timeout, but I'm sure that's not what they drew up.
Yeah, not a good play there, Ari. Horn picked off for the 3rd time here today. Obviously a very discouraging game for him. I don't know if that pass got deflected or not, but
no, I don't think so.
Just thrown in traffic. Don't really know what Horn was looking for there.
Well, there was a lot of white jerseys where he was throwing, so.
Yeah, maybe he just felt the pressure, but that's going to be a costly play. Sorry.
Well, now it's up to this Upper Dublin defense here to come up with a big stop. 17 yards to go as Khan Jamal gets the carry, swallowed up by Upper Dublin after a gain of about 3 or 4.
Yeah, PW might actually just try and take some time off the clock here, Ari, and maybe be content with attempting a field goal, considering how much Upper Dublin's kind of struggled. They haven't really gone the length of the field except for that one drive where they had caught him go 75 yards. So if you're PW, maybe you're content with taking a field goal here and forcing Upper Dublin to go the length of the field to win this game.
Here's a run going to the outside. Good job by Upper Dublin to seal the edge. Well, I'm looking at the stats. You mentioned field goals, and really don't see a lot of field goals in high school football. No field goals made this year for either PW or Upper Dublin.
All right, so that might change the play calling then.
3rd and 7, and the first 2 plays so far, the Cardinals defense has done well. This is a big down, probably in 4-down territory here. 4 wide receivers. Conjamal is in motion. Play action. It's a screen. Gravenese gets it, and he's wrapped up and taken down by Naeem Huff.
Play to Blaze Gravenese.
It's going to be close to a first down.
At the 10-yard line.
I think you might be 1 yard short here. We might need a measurement.
This is a big call here. I know that you mentioned no field goals have been kicked by either team so far, but this isn't very far here if they're on the 9-yard line.
We've got a timeout called on the field. It's going to be 4th and 2 for PW after the pass to Gravenese. Gained about 5. Well, if you're Plymouth Whitemarsh, Chris, where do you go here? Do you just go up the gut with Conjamal?
Yeah, I'd just go straight up the gut with Conjamal. You know what? I'd actually try to attack the outside. The Upper Dublin defense has done a great job at the line of scrimmage. Their defensive line has played great. I'd try something to the outside with Conjamal. He's been very effective on those sweeps here tonight.
They've also, the Upper Dublin defense has adjusted though, and they've also done a good job of sealing that edge and not allowing Conjamal to get to the outside.
They have done that, but it was very effective in the first half. I don't know if you'll be able to break through this defensive line here. We'll see.
Yeah, you're right. The Upper Dublin defensive line has been very good here tonight. I think the storyline, should PW win this game, is the 3 picks by Justin Horn.
They had 3 picks, but they're still right in it, though.
Go, 4th and 2.
Yeah, it looks like they're setting up for that jet sweep. I wouldn't be surprised if they fake it and roll out to the right, though.
Stobrel in the gun. I don't think they started the play clock quite yet.
Just moving around at the defensive line there.
The cheerleaders trying to rally the defense. Conjamal in motion.
Nobody on Jamal right now as he's on the outside.
And a timeout called by PW.
All by PW.
Looks like they were just trying to draw him off sides, and they're going to kick the field goal here, Ari.
Okay, so there you go. Not a bad idea by the coaching staff of PW.
Yeah, they were trying, as you mentioned. I know that Upper Dublin did the adjustment on those jet sweeps. I think they were just trying to see if somebody on Upper Dublin would jump off sides, trying to get into the backfield early and stop Jamal. Didn't happen, so they'll just settle for the field goal here.
Well, Dan Chang, the head coach for Plymouth Whitemarsh, playing a little chess game here. And we are going to set up for a field goal. This would be the game winner. It's a 26-yarder.
This kicking team has struggled here.
Stephen Longo sets up. The kick is up. And it is through. The field goal is good for Longo, but there's still 1:40 remaining. There's a lot of time remaining.
A lot of time left. Let's see if Justin Horn can lead a comeback here for Upper Dublin. But if you're Longo, you got to feel great. You had that play earlier where you had a punt, low snap, you were caught with your knee on the ground, cost your team some points there, and you get what's potentially a game-winning field goal. That's good for Longo.
Upper Dublin down 3 with 2 timeouts remaining. You see the coaching staff talking to the Cardinals right now. And as crazy as this game has been, I'm certainly not counting out the Cardinals. And I'm not counting out PW getting a pick six or something to seal the game. I mean, you really don't know. This game has been nuts. Now, if you're PW, probably going to see a squibber right here, right? You don't want to risk a big run back.
No, I don't want to risk a big run back, and Upper Dublin's really struggled moving the ball here tonight against defense, and now they're going to become a little more one-dimensional even, because you know they don't want to run the ball here. They're limited on time. They can't kick a field goal from too far out. So I think you just squib it here and let your defense that's been playing great continue to play great.
Plymouth Whitemarsh getting set to kick it off. Longo, who just kicked a field goal to take the lead. And that was Weems trying to get to the outside, a little miscommunication with his blockers. And they're going to mark him down right around the 30-yard line. Now, we mentioned earlier, neither of these teams kicked any field goals during the year. You had your first one from Longo. Maybe you see your first one from Upper Dublin. That might be Chris Barbera or Matt Shields who has been kicking the extra points.
We'll see, Ari. They're going to have to get pretty close. We'll see. And maybe if they stop at the 15 with some seconds left, they'll go for a field goal.
Well, they've got a long way to go here at this point. Out of the shotgun is Justin Horn, who has struggled tonight. He's got time. Deep down the middle, it's complete. And a lot of room to run for Cottom. Still on his feet. Finally taken down inside PW territory, down at the 41.
Great pass by Horn and an even better cutback by Cottom on the reception. Nice move to shake his defender, pick up some extra yardage, and this Upper Dublin team is already on the move.
29 yards on the reception for Cottom. Horn with a quick out. Oh, and a big hit by PW. Did the ball come loose?
It did.
Who has it? Scrum for the football.
I think they're going to rule it incomplete.
Upper Dublin keeps it.
I think they're ruling it incomplete.
Ruling it incomplete. Okay, incomplete, yes.
That was a huge hit there, Ari.
Woo! That certainly deserves an All-American Sporting Goods hard hit of the game.
Had a lot of them here tonight, Ari.
Yeah. I think that one deserves our graphic again. Al Garner, the head official on the call, with the incomplete pass. Man. Ball is on the Colonial 41, Upper Dublin down by 3. Low snap, but Horn has it. Steps up, and he's sacked. Big time sack from Leonard Galante, who's been around the ball all night long.
Yeah, Galante is the playmaker for this defense. An excellent sack there. And now Upper Dublin is running into some trouble here.
Well, it's 4-down territory. You got to gain some yardage back. Clock continuing to run. They're running out of time. Horn is trying to rally the troops. Trips to the near side. 4 receivers. Clock still running. Horn being chased. Throws. And it is complete. It is complete. Just shy of a first down. And Upper Dublin has to hurry. Wait, is it a first down? The clock is stopped with 35 seconds remaining. And the officials, I think, they're going to talk this over. What a nice throw from Justin Horn.
That was an excellent throw as there was pressure from behind. He avoided the sack, got it off. I was surprised that Upper Dublin didn't call a timeout before that play. But a nice job there by Horn to get the completion off.
Well, you didn't want to waste the timeout if you got the first down because the clock stops when the chains move.
Yeah, but they do have 2, though. I mean, even better that they were able to get that ball off. The clock shouldn't have stopped there, though, Ari.
The ball is spotted at the 32, 15-yard pass completion.
That's a big break for Dublin considering the clock stops. It gives them time now to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I think they're still trying to discuss. They might measure this. I'm not sure. The marker still says 4th down. Yeah, they're going to come out and measure this one, Chris. We'll see if we can get a good shot of how close the football is.
It's going to be very close, Ari. But as I was saying, it's a big break for Upper Dublin because the clock stops for the measurement here.
Let's see. Great shot on our camera right there. And that's a first by half a football.
Huge
So
play.
the clock ends up being stopped correctly.
Yep.
Because that was a first down.
That's a huge play for Upper Dublin. They're on the 31-yard line. They've got all the time in the world here with these 2 timeouts, Ari.
What a finish here at Cardinal Stadium on Upper Dublin High School in Fort Washington, PA. Trips to the far side, single back.
Blitz there.
And Horn hit, and he's taken down. He's taken down.
Down at the 43-yard line.
And a late flag comes in. Is that going to be a late hit?
It might be, Ari. It
Oh,
looks like
my
it.
goodness. A great play by PW, and they try and pile on Horn when he was down after the whistle blew. And now you might have a late hit penalty.
Let's see what the call is first. But if that is a late hit, that's just a silly penalty, Ari.
Again, our head official tonight, Al Garner, has done a great job. Brett Stover talking to Al Garner right now. And Dan Chang hustling onto the field as well. All the coaches coming on. There's the personal foul. PW doesn't like it, and you see Dan Chang right there, the head coach for PW, talking now to Al Garner, the head official.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
I don't know. I mean, there was no reason to pile on there. He was down.
I couldn't see it there, but, obviously, if the pile-on happened, it's a silly penalty, Ari. There was no need. It was a great defensive play. You had him stop for a huge loss, and now you get the yardage that they lost back because of the penalty. And then some.
Well, they basically, yeah, you're right. They get the yardage back that they lost in the sack. Horn is going deep. That's going to be way out of the end zone.
Yep. 3rd and 7, that'll set up. 15 seconds left, so you only got time for a couple more plays.
And now we have an injured Colonial down on the field. Looks like Galante, who has played such a great game defensively tonight.
We've said his name a lot here tonight, Ari. He had a sack earlier on this drive. He's been great for this Plymouth Whitemarsh team.
Camera 1, can you find me something so I can put a graphic of it, like the goalpost or something? Yep. That's good.
Well, while they take a look at Galante, we'll keep it right here, but we'll tell you about Varsity Voice, our high school sports talk show that airs on Thursday nights on the Comcast Network and Comcast Net, 6 and 11 on TCN and 11:30 on CSN. The only high school sports talk show on cable television in the Philadelphia area. Varsity Voice presented by SFBN. For more information, go to thesfbn.com, and you can also see your selfie on the sfbn.com. Those two took a selfie right there. What's that hashtag? Good football? Hashtag good football?
I'd say hashtag good football, all right. We've seen some great football here tonight. Certainly a tight game, and it's not over yet.
Well, Galante is still down, and we're actually going to take a break real quick. Hopefully Galante is okay. 15 seconds remaining. PW up 3. Upper Dublin has the ball in Colonial territory. Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium in Fort Washington, PA. Upper Dublin down by 3. They've got the ball with 15 seconds remaining. Still 2 timeouts. There's Galante. Came off the field for PW. Looks like he's okay, but he'll have to sit out this all-important play.
Yep. A lot of time here still, Ari.
Horn going for it all. Airs it out. Is it caught? Incomplete. Upper Dublin thought that they caught it. Caught him, had a chance. I think it was deflected by a PW player.
Yeah, nice deflection there by the defense, Ari, and that'll set up 4th down. There's just 6 seconds left, so, I mean, you've got time for a short play if you call a timeout, if you run a route over the middle.
Well, if you get the first down, clock stops.
And you've also got the 2 timeouts. But you'd have to be smarter as a receiver to know if I have the first down and I'm not going to get the touchdown, just go down, take a knee, and call a timeout immediately to set up another play.
6.4 seconds is not a lot of time, and Upper Dublin's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, it's a smart use. I mean, the second one is basically useless after this play. You're not going to be able to use it. So a good use of a timeout here to set up a play, talk things over. Make sure that you know if you go down short of the end zone but you have the first down, use that timeout because that'll set up a final play for a game-winning score.
What a game this has been. Upper Dublin had the early lead 7-0. PW then scored 3 straight touchdowns to make it 21-7. UD with 2 in a row to tie it at 21. And then, of course, the interception, the 3rd of the day by Horn that led to the PW field goal. That's where we stand, 24-21. Alongside Chris Markowitz, I'm Ari Bluestein. What a game this has been, and it all comes down to this right here.
Yeah, it's a big play here. We've seen some great football, but it's kind of fitting that it's in the hands of Horn here. He's had an up-and-down game. Let's see if he can convert here and get the win.
All right, here we go. This is 4th down, probably the last play of the game. The only way it's not is if it's a quick first down and the clock stops when the chains move. Now Dan Chang over on the far sideline, the head coach for PW, is having a word with the officials. He's not happy about something. Then again, high school coaches never are happy.
Coaches are never happy, Ari.
That's true. Really, any coach. All right, here we go. Trips to the far side. 4 receivers, single back. Justin Horn out of the shotgun. He's got time. Steps up. Surrounded, and he is taken down. He's wrapped up, and that's the ball game. And PW ends it on a sack, and the Colonials celebrate their 3-point win over Upper Dublin.
Yeah, great pressure there by PW. The pocket just collapsed on Horn, and that'll do it here, Ari.
Well, PW only rushed 4. That's what you call a coverage sack. Nobody was open. And then Horn went down, and Upper Dublin, their first loss of the year. But what a game between these two teams.
Hard-fought game, tough loss for Upper Dublin, but they fought the whole way through. They had a chance there, couldn't pull it out. But that's what happens when you got 2 great teams playing against each other.
We'll take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up. There's the final score. PW with a 3-point win over Upper Dublin. We'll be back to wrap things up here on SFBN. Welcome back. Plymouth Whitemarsh with a 24-21 win over Upper Dublin. And there you see right there, number 29. And Blaze Gravenese is going to get our Lloyd Sixsmith Sporting Goods Player of the Game. He ended up with 2 interceptions, including the last one that ended up to the game-winning field goal, and he had a receiving touchdown as well. So, again, Blaze Gravenese, our Lloyd Sixsmith Sporting Goods Player of the Game. Lloyd Sixsmith Sporting Goods is the leading supplier of the Philadelphia Public League. Visit them today at 7550 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair for all of your sporting goods needs. And, Chris, you know, PW really a team win, but if you have to pick out one guy, Gravenese really was all over the field in all aspects of the game.
Yeah, Gravenese had a great game, as you mentioned, those 2 big interceptions, had the receiving touchdown. We also saw him a couple times in the backfield for PW, so he really did it all for his team here tonight.
Well, PW moves to 6-1. Upper Dublin falls to 5-1. But you think about these two teams. Plymouth Whitemarsh is a 6A team. Upper Dublin is a 5A team with the new classifications. So really both of these teams that we saw here tonight have a chance to win their potential districts at each classification level.
Yeah, we saw some great football from both teams here today. If you're Upper Dublin, you want to clean up on the turnovers. But you know what? It was a great hard-fought football game. Great things from both defenses. You like to see that. And both of these teams have a shot at their respective championships.
And you look at Upper Dublin, they had a nice comeback, but the 3 picks by Justin Horn really ended up being the nail in the coffin for the Cardinals.
Yeah, not accustomed to seeing that for Horn. It was a rough game. He had some flashes, but he just couldn't get it going. Hopefully he'll be able to bounce back later in the season. We expect to see some big things from him later on.
And you know, he had our Stoll agency play of the game as well.
Yeah.
With that 53-yard run to tie things up. But was not to be tonight for Upper Dublin, but it was a really good game. Plymouth Whitemarsh with a really nice win here tonight at Cardinal Stadium. That about wraps things up here for SFBN. I want to give a shout out to our crew tonight, our scoreboard operator Charlotte Reese on camera, Brian Greer, Brandon Faust, and Josh Bellman, our director and engineer, and Chris Markowitz, thank you very much for joining us on air for the first time here on SFBN. You're normally behind the scenes, but we decided to bring you out in front of the camera. Very nice job.
Thanks, Ari. It's been a pleasure.
For my partner, Chris Markowitz, I'm Ari Bluestein. A reminder that you can watch the replay of this game in about 24 hours on our website, www.thesportsfanbasenetwork.com. One final shout out to our big sponsor tonight, Physical Therapy and Wellness Institute. For those of you in the Upper Dublin area, check out their Lansdale location. And for those of you in Plymouth Whitemarsh, check out the West Norriton location. Thank you very much for tuning in, and everyone enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for watching this edition of SFBN Classics. We hope you enjoyed that game. Please like our Facebook page and also follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube page. And for more information about us, go to www.thesfbn.com. I'm Ari Bluestein. Have a good night.